Where's my music still playing? There it goes. It's stopped. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome along. Happy Wednesday. Happy midweek, if that's what you want to call it. Of course, a lot of you, it might still be Tuesday for some of you. And the rest of you, it's in Wednesday morning. But good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And welcome back to the channel. Welcome along to Aussie No Man's. And we've got a field to plant. Look at that. It's I reckon it's got bigger just because it's been ploughed. I don't know whether it's the soil that stands out or what it is, but it certainly feels like it's a bigger field. But I logged in a little bit earlier, started the game up and got the ploughing underway, so we didn't have to muck around with that too much because it's been a little bit painful. Even just sitting here watching it hasn't been the most fun, but there'll be a few little corners we need to tidy up, plus there's a few patches we'll have to go over where the where we need to have field create on for the shrubs and things like that, which didn't mow, or at least didn't create the fields when it mowed. But other than that, we're getting it done. We're getting in there, which is good. I'm quite excited, but welcome along. Nice to have you all here. Hello, Yos. Good to see Yoran is here as well. Welcome along, mate. Marty, g'day. Nice to see you. And not Marty Cantrell. We've got double Martys in here. Well, one's Marty and one's not. What do we know? Daniel, how you doing? Good to see you. Crofter, good morning, good evening to you too. Welcome along. The maker of the Dirty Nader. Yes, Yos. And Yos's new mod, the animal husbandry cleaning. Is that what you called it? I can't remember what you called it now, but basically your animal husbandries will drop manure, much like 19 did. So if you remember FS19, if you had animals, you often had to clean up after them, whereas 22 doesn't have that, which is, it's a little bit of a blur. Kind of liked having that as a little bit of a task to do. Depends how much you wanted to get into animals. Pro Farmer, DK, how you doing, mate? Don't know why I called you Pro Farmer, but just reading chat there. DK, nice to see you, mate. Good morning to you. Guess who's back? Back again. Go and tell a friend. That's probably the best thing you can take out of that. Hey, Scott, how you doing? G'day, g'day. Craig, welcome along. Grant, good evening to you. Hello, hello, hello. Dazed, good morning. Hope you're well. I am doing good. Doing good. It feels like it's been a bit of a week and a half really. Spent Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday away. We were up north. I think we talked about it last week. Went to the supercars, which was awesome. We were a bit of fair weather fans though. It absolutely didn't pour down, but it was very wet all day Saturday, so we only had general admission tickets. We didn't have anything special where we could have covered stands, and in fact even those in the grandstands didn't have covered stands, so we were a little bit snobby and decided not to go. We stayed home and watched it on TV on Saturday, which was, I think, the right decision. A lot of people went on Saturday and didn't stay the whole day, so I think we made the right decision there. But it was a fun weekend away. But of course, that much time away means there's not much time to sit in front of a PC and make any farm sim stuff. Throw into the mix school holidays and work, and it's been a recipe for not having too much time to do this. So I've been looking forward to tonight's stream, getting in here and just playing the game and having a bit of a chat to you guys, which has been exciting. Nazmo, how you doing? Good evening. I've worked from home today, actually, Nazmo. I've been preparing kids' school holidays, so I've been home with the kids. Of course, you see the poppy. It's Anzac Day here in New Zealand and Australia tomorrow. 25th of April is when we commemorate all of our servicemen and ladies who've either, given their lives for us, for our freedoms, or just serve in the service in peaceful times. So that is tomorrow. So day off work tomorrow, but of course it is a day of memory and reflection for all those people. So if that's one of you, I know we have James, if he's around, he's in the Navy. I know we've had a few who have been in the armed forces and services in different countries. So thank you all very, very much. Where do we get up to? Is it too late to blame you? You can blame me off whatever you want, Marty. He just won't take it. Hey, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good morning to you, Mr. Hathland-Waite. Welcome along. Exactly. G'day, Victor. How you doing? A trio. Welcome along too. Look at you all cruising in here. Much appreciated. I was wondering why my tractor was doing funny circles. You can see one up there, and there's one over in the corner. I realised I must have had island detect on when I was doing this, and it's gone round the it detected those couple of islands, which is a bit strange. But it is what it is. We'll get over it. You're at the V8s on the weekend. Were you, Nismo? Oh, what a shame. I didn't know you were going to be there. Would have come and said hello. Would have found you, hunted you down, and blamed Chinook for it. Cheers, everyone. This is a Scape Grace, which is a New Zealand whiskey. it's become an acquired taste, that one. It wasn't one I liked to start off with, but I've certainly warmed to it. Farmer Trio, I've said hello to you. Welcome along. Calaroth, good to see you as always. Nice to see you, nice to see you. It's not always about being on the game. Good to get other experiences. Probably won't be much either for a while, as uni sprung a presentation on me that I need to get done. God bless him, eh? God bless him. But yeah, you're exactly right, Dazed. It's cool to be able to not, it's not a job for me. This is a hobby. This is something fun that I do, and it has opened up a whole lot of doors for me and given me lots of opportunities to meet some wonderful people. That'd be the biggest one. But at the same time, it is still a hobby, so I want to make sure it stays fun. And we've talked about this so many times, both on streams and chats and Discord, and even with other content creators, not just FSG, a number of other ones. So if you're an up-and-comer or budding content creator, keep that in mind. Even with the hours I put into it and, the subscribers I have, I'm a long shot away from ever making enough money to be able to go full-time, so keep that in mind. Chinook, how you doing? Working tomorrow. Nice one, mate. How's things going? Job all good? It was nice having a chat to you last week. It's 4 AM in Texas. You are up out early, not muddy. How you doing? You saw me. Get out, Nismo. If you saw me, you should have come and said, "What's up, Argsy? Your car's dirty. Chinook needs to clean it." What's the support card like at Topol? It was good, Ryan. We had they brought the Porsche Carrera cars over from Australia, which was awesome. Obviously, seen plenty of Porsche racing here in New Zealand, but they were very cool. Actually, they were very cool. Good racing. What else did we have? We had the Central Muscle cars, so I think Camaros, Mustangs, all sorts of Chargers. I'm trying to think what else was in there. All sorts of muscle cars. They were cool. They were actually really fun to watch racing. They do a reverse grid handicap race, so like the fastest cars might start 20 seconds, 30 seconds behind and have to try and catch up. That's pretty cool. What else do we have? Formula Fords, some good racing in there, and the Toyota TRS cars, and they were good. Very enjoyable. Your friend's cousin's in the Australian Army. Nice one. Same whiskey, you're down. Whiskey every Wednesday, Marty. It's my whiskey night. Islands because of bushes, it doesn't make a field. Yeah, I'll need to go through, and I don't have field create on because of I don't want some courseplay to go and create fields where it shouldn't. But I did have I thought when I created the track I had like auto island detection turned off, but apparently I didn't. Anyhow, ended up if I sat here for 10 minutes just talking and haven't even done anything, we've just been watching the track to go around, which is good. If you're liking it, do make sure you drop a thumbs up for me. Much appreciated. Am I getting a warning in my log every 10 seconds? We are on the FSG server. Apparently there are too many crop types on the map. I don't know. It would pop up on there, wouldn't it, if I was getting a warning? I think it's a multiplayer thing. So if FSG and I had huge warnings on Aussie farms when we were and that's when we had the swathing added in, and I think that was obviously what was causing it, because the second we took that out, but yeah, it was a weird one. Not sure what it was. I had not muddy, may or may not be drinking. Well, cheers Marty, I'll have one with you, and with not Marty as well. Hey Jason, how you doing? Nice to see you. Welcome along. Happy Hump Day. Of course, bit public holiday for you folk in Australia too. Just saying, it's Anzac Day here in New Zealand tomorrow. Of course, Anzac means Australian New Zealand Army Corps, where the name comes from. So that is our day tomorrow. Makes you sad not to see John O'Lester racing more on the bigger GT series. He's a weapon. Yeah, he's got a good rap on him. Little known fact. Well, might not be a known fact, Ryan, but Jackson Evans is related through grandmother, I think, is a Lester. And he's racing in supercars. There's some connection there, I'm not sure exactly what it is. Friends know him. Really good. Chinook only cleans when FSG leaves him, did he? Fair enough. Yeah, it did look clean, Mark, so I don't know what's going on there. I saw some comments as well to say Scruff's multiplayer server's having issues too, so. The reason I'm hanging out here and this and not actually going and doing something else, which I could start doing some lime spreading, but I want to come in and once the course play's finished, we'll go and tidy up these bits and pieces, so it's nice to have a chat, isn't it? I'm pretty sure Yoss ignores everyone, Marty, it's fine. Hey, Grizz, how you doing? It will be a drill or something with extra crop types. Could be. Started a single player save with no mods and was still seeing the error. So, well, with no mods. That is an interesting one if you were doing it with no mods and still getting the error. Edited, but only to reduce the silage price. Fair enough. Drop the like, have to go. It's the middle of your workday. Have a nice one. Cheers, Kelleroth. Good to see you, mate. Appreciate you tuning in. Shameless plug, logging league this weekend, so we'll be back on Holmarkra. I've already set the stream up there, so keep an eye out for that. That's going to be fun. Love to get more of you along to watch it. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it is actually a lot of fun, and I'd like to think that the production side of it, the stream side of it, and the whole process is getting a whole lot smoother. Thanks a lot to Hamish and Mark in the background. So yeah, make sure you do come along. Smell the tulips this afternoon, taking Mini-Me and your mother to the Kuchenhof. What is a Kuchenhof, Bjorn? Not your choice. At Thunder's Limit. Thunder's released some pretty interesting mods lately. I need to take more of a look into what he's added. He's adding some pretty cool stuff to the game. Followed Evans for ages. Unfortunately, the cows don't care about public holiday, so Don Sewells will be pushing the cows in. Fair enough, Ryan. Fair enough, too. Hello, Bruce. How you doing? Nice to see you. Hope you had a nice weekend away, dodging all the mayhem and craziness that was Topo over the weekend. You agree unless it involves the dirty nader. Fair enough, Marty. Hello, Martins. How you doing? Logging League is Sunday morning New Zealand time, so it'll be about a Sunday night UK midday-ish, depending on what state you're in, what part of the US you're in. And fingers crossed, can't confirm, commit, guarantee anything, but FSG and I might have a little stream on my Saturday morning, so his Friday night, Friday afternoon UK time, US time, so keep an eye out for that, if that happens. I could be on an older version. I'm trying to remember if I downloaded the updated version when Aussie Modding Cop released it, or whether I'm still on the original version, Dazed. Maybe so. Won't be able to catch Logging League happens when you're on. Nah. Don't want your brutal commentary. Go for it, Dazed. We can handle it. You remember the RSA, Bruce? Nice one. Don't forget to add all of Yoss Modding's mods. Oh, by default, Marty, I go and download them every time. Right, Mrs. Professor, hello. Hello, Mrs. Professor. Look at this. I've been sitting these here. Look, we're going to go big camera for this. There it is. How cool does that look? So that's the same people who made the case tractor, those people. And this is a 0 and 5000 track, and it's, I don't know, it's got a cultivator on the back. Pretty cool functions, but it's not motorized. So that's just the tractor version. But wait, there's more. I decided if I was doing an order, I was going to do two at once. Oh. So that's the telehandler, which isn't branded as class, but I think we can fix that. So that one is motorized, and what can you do with it? You can steer. I think you can go forward and backwards, and you can extend the boom and tip the forks, whatever's on the front. So that's a few streams of building sitting there in a box. So I'm pretty excited to get out and give those a try. Right, I'm actually going to have to do some work here. I've spent all this time talking. We haven't got anywhere. But yeah, it's I'm pretty excited to give those a go. And I did actually see Eric Trax shared an image on his Instagram or Facebook page just recently, just in the last day or so, of the printed bricks for the class Lexion. It's a Lexion combine. I was just trying to remember which combine and model it was, but it's a Lexion. So I'm pretty excited. It's pretty cool. Have you not seen, Marty? I saw you say it would be much cooler if it was a case. Have you seen this? Have I still got my little video? Sources. See tractor. So this one, everyone else has seen this, Marty, but this is a case 1455, and it's a remote control. It's the same Lego, or not Lego, Carter company. I've since finished building the plough, and the plough's raises and lowers, and it's a reversible plough. 6 furrow reversible plough. That's pretty cool. So that's your case. The case was the first one. You just missed it. Oh, did I get it fixed again? I did, Thomas. I did. Took a little bit of time. Figuring it out, but we got there. Right. So I'm going to run around real quickly, tidy up these headlands and bits and pieces. And then we'll go and get some lime spread, and then I'm going to get planting. And I saw someone, Martin's, asking what I'm going to seed in here. Sorghum, I think, was the decision we made last stream. So we've got oats growing in the field next to us. So we've already made one field, which you can just see on the other side of the trees there. Easy to see on the map. So we've got one field down here. This is the whale, I think. Did we nickname that the whale? Pretty sure that's what it was called. Looked a bit like a whale. So that's got oats in it. So we'll get some straw, get some oats off that one to sell. But yeah, I think we talked about making some sorghum or planting some sorghum in this one. I guess by planting it, we're going to make it. But right. Yeah, they definitely look awesome. I'm pretty happy with how they look. So it's going to be a fun build. You've got one of those telehandlers, Heath. Solid. Not a telehandler we see in New Zealand. Most, oops, like I said, didn't get mowed, so it didn't get ploughed, so I need field create on for that. Okay, let's fix that. Most of the telehandlers we see in NZ are, oh, that's just some real dirt colour wheel tracks. JCB would be the main one. I'm just trying to remember if I've really actually seen. Oh, we do have a what's the green one? Merlots. Got one of the neighbours that's got a Merlot. But mostly JCBs. Not sure, Mrs. Professor, when I'll start that one. Possibly not this weekend. Maybe the weekend after. It's definitely going to be a multiplayer stream when I can. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can use some GPS in some of these fields and do it on Wednesday night. We'll just see how it goes. Don't do lentils, that causes problems. I'll avoid those, thank you, Mark. Need a mopping implement. You need a mopping implement. I'm gonna take a mop to farm, Connor. You can just walk around cleaning up after everyone. Have I got a 3D printer, Crofter? I do not. Love to have one, though. Thomas, thanks, mate. 4 months a member. Nowhere near as many as others, but still counting up. That's the key thing, mate. Appreciate you, even if it's just a month. Appreciate all the members, everyone who's part of the community. Where's the pancake factory asking for a friend? Can't afford it yet, Marty. Can't afford it. We're just going to do pancake-shaped donuts. I suppose next thing you ask, where's the pancake baler? Loyal, love the poppy on your hat. Thank you, my friend. Anzac Day here in New Zealand and Australia tomorrow, so I thought it was a just an opportunity to acknowledge and sort of pay my respects in a little way. It's a lot of lovely gentlemen collecting, and ladies, mainly gentlemen collecting for RSA at the track on Saturday and Sunday, well definitely Sunday. Picked it up there. Getting more dryland farmers going to telehandlers now that they don't have a loader tractor for their sprays. Ah, interesting. 3D printer could be a business expense. Not going to lie, Thomas, I have thought about it whether I could make architectural models with them, and I have looked at their sizes and suitability for that. I think if I was going to do that, though, a VR would be more appropriate. Speaking of which, I was thinking, what do you think the likelihoods? I know, 22 doesn't support VR. They've talked about FarmSim not really supporting VR, but after a little play around with head tracking last week, I was doing some more thinking. I was like, how good would VR be in FarmSim? And I wonder if they'll actually take that on board for the next game, whether perhaps we could see the first FarmSim game with VR natively installed in it. Or natively not installed, but programmed in. Could be interesting. Cool idea for the channel, making custom models. I've watched another streamer do that. I don't know if you've seen Wacky Jackie, who's a PUBG streamer. He's done it before, where he's 3D printed like mini models of the weapons and that are in game. Could be a bit of fun. They take a long time though. I'm going to stream for the duration it takes to print this tractor, and 8 hours later still be going. But yeah, certainly something to think about. Right, last little piece and we're done. I have heard there's third party ways to do that. Yeah, I need to make sure I've turned off create fields. Did I turn it off? Oh, I can't see now. There it is. Allow create fields, limit to fields. I want to limit to fields, so we'll leave that set there. Just going to give this a wash. Nah. I'm gonna be a rebel. We'll leave it dirty. We need to do more ploughing anyhow. And we're gonna park the case up. That's the last of the case that we're gonna see. Is there no collisions on those? Thought I was gonna whack that pole, which I did, but there's obviously no collisions on it. Look at that. Save some bacon there. And a few eggs on face. Alright. Dump that there. Let's head on over this way. Hey Chair, how you doing? Thank you very much. Yep. A model still used with how far 3D models have come. Occasionally dazed, but not a huge amount. Now, if you remember last time, I noticed I didn't have cast shadows set up on this shed. So I've managed to fix that, but it's not quite casting shadows correctly on the planes, and I'm not sure why that is. So I need to try and figure out how to fix that. Oh, that is filling. Funny how it doesn't go up in the fill level down in the bottom corner until it's full. There it goes. Strange. Wonder if that's a me thing. I'd have to have a look into that too. I need to set it to... Yeah, you're probably right actually, aren't you, Mark? But yeah, no, not a huge amount. Not a huge amount used for of 3D models. They can be a really good tool for really quickly exploring ideas. And they can be a lot of fun to build. I used to love doing them, but not done any in a long time. All right, lime spreading. This might take a wee while. That's all right, we've got all night. Yeah, so I have looked into that third-party way of having VR and FarmSim. I just didn't have a VR headset to try it out. VR's great in Flight Sim. I would have thought so. I don't think they'll add VR because they want to appeal to every shoebox with a GPU, so it'll take too much performance. Surely it could be a setting. I don't know. Or you buy the VR edition. Not sure how Microsoft handles it for Flight Sim. Obviously, a bit bigger budget and a bit bigger company, but same standards could apply, I suppose. Right, now funny story. Do I have... I do on this, don't I? No. No, we don't want to do that. Don't have headland management. Oh, looks like we're freehanding it. Not headland management. Oh, guidance steering. What's the other one? You know what I'm talking about. Vehicle control add-on. That's what I'm trying to say. VCA, thank you, Mark. I got to it before you wrote it. VR wouldn't be any good. How would we watch you on FSG while playing FSG? I know that. I know that. Would it not look funny with us sitting here with like big goggles on our face? We'd end up the stream facing this way. It can be completely turned around. I have thought about it from a point of view of how would it work with buttons and joysticks? Because if your eyes are covered effectively, you're going to be doing it all by touch, aren't you? You're going to have that muscle memory of where your controllers are. It'd be alright for a joystick, I suppose, and then I guess the way yeah, it'd be interesting. I suppose you'd figure it out. Yeah, it was one of your personal would-be calls. DIY Perks 3D printer. But yeah, on for 4 hours would be a problem. It could be. I'm sure it'd get pretty uncomfortable, but it'd be a cool novelty to have at least. Give me that. Give me a novelty. Yes, I scanned the field before we started doing this. I scanned it last week before we ploughed it. That's what I was trying to say. So once round is going to be one load. Then we'll just, probably now that'll be enough. Don't need to do any more of a headland. Maybe do one more off each end. Should be able to get some nice rows going. Your mum did them all the time when you were young and she worked as an interior architect. Always enjoyed playing with them afterwards. We've made some cool ones in my time. Made some cool ones at university. Enjoys having access to a like they had a full carpentry workshop and metalwork workshop and things like that, so you could get in and kind of make your own things. Quite cool. Experimenting with different things, resins and gosh, all sorts of different bits and pieces. Hey Briscoe, how you doing? Lovely to see you, my friend. Lovely to see you. AR, not VR, to be honest. Yeah, AR would be much better in terms of interacting with controls. Where are we going to get to? Just to the end. That's worked out pretty well, actually, hasn't it? For the 4:30 AM start, Chinook. Alright, mate. Well, I guess that is a reasonable excuse for you to be leaving. Please fill her up. Use VR to look around, not the controls. Yeah, that's where the eye tracking would almost be better, wouldn't it? VR would be good for looking around, but you'd still have to, yeah. You'd almost want to be able to look down, and when you were looking down at, let's say, a control panel on the side, you could use your mouse when you moved with your I moved the cursor over top of the correct button or something. Don't know. There's smarter people out there than me that would figure out the best way to do that. Just a thought anyhow. Hey James, how you doing? Nice to see you, mate. How's my mate Plum Bob? How's he done? Keeping out of trouble? Oh, Mr. Mark. I know we talked the other day about talking about people we hadn't seen in a while in Steelhorse. I had a message from him earlier this week, late last week, which was lovely. So nice to hear from him. Got a lot on his plate, but still lurking in the background. I was hoping to, saying he was hoping to be able to try and maybe get back to doing some streams at some stage. Not so much the pre-recorded content, but which is nice. Nice to hear from him. Just get bigger screens and sit closer. Back to the mind-numbing books and papers. Have a good one. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Dazed. Good to see you, mate. All the best with your presentation. Or the prep for your presentation. No doubt it's be a wee way away. Or if they've really thrown it at you and it's tomorrow. He's enjoying retirement, but it's going to buy a new farm soon. Lovely. Can't be enjoying retirement that much if he's going to be buying a new farm. The lime texture's nice, eh, Scott? I do too. I'll enjoy it. I'm keen to try out the James Ed's fertilizer texture they released a couple of weeks ago, which is just literally little specks of fertilizer on the field. See how that goes. So many great mods coming out. Huge thanks to all that are here or will be here. Yeah, there's still some. There's still going to be some pretty neat stuff coming out this year. Well, shameless plug, and I need to update Nightbot for it. But if you're thinking about getting the farm productions, which is due out next week, and you haven't bought it yet, you're going to get it through the Giants store. Do make sure you use one of your favourite content creators' partner codes. Argsy Gaming would be mine, but there's plenty of others who do. Doesn't cost you any more either, so. You heard from Steelhorse offering to do some testing on the oaks. There you go. He spent a lot of time on the oaks, didn't he? He was one of your very early players from a content point of view. Nice weekend in Balclutha. Solid. Well, I hope you came back and your houses were all in tip-top shape. I was going to say ship shape. Tip-top shape. Good shape. I don't know. You know what I mean. It's a pretty cool weekend. Topol did a pretty good job. A few weeks notice, but it means I need to get a big chunk done so you have something meaningful to present. Well, that is going to keep you on your toes. Oh, best of luck with it, mate. Need a hand with anything? You know where to find me. Hey Tam, how you doing? Good morning to you. Not done too badly, thank you, thank you. Already got the mod. Which mod's that? The fertilizer texture one, Yoss? Great to hear from him. Absolutely, Briscoe. I thought the same. Did I change it myself? I did indeed, Scott. You can find a video I did a couple of month or so ago now probably on how to change the line texture, specifically using this as an example. It's really easy, really pretty straightforward. Come on Tam, golden rule is you don't ask when something's coming out. When it's ready. By chance am I a Thrustmaster partner? It's almost time to upgrade. Logitech and Mighty. Nah, I'm not, unfortunately, Thomas. In fact, I think the FarmSim guy has that market pretty much captured for farming simulator creators and ambassadors. I think he's the only one in the farming simulator side of things. Glad you stopped by and saw the new projects. See you at Long Lake. Absolutely, Mrs. Prof. Great to see you. Thank you so much for staying up. Much appreciated. I won't ask then if you saw the rocket launch in New Zealand today. I know you've got a habit of watching them, but we had, what was it? Electron's 47th launch mid-morning this morning. Couldn't see it from our place. It was too cloudy here, but went off without a hitch. Oh, the Farm Productions. You've already got it, Yoss. You obviously know the right people. Just download them all, can't you? Can't they all? Aren't they all in the mod hub? Put out a ton of solid fert the other day. He did the center pivot before it nearly wrapped itself up. Whoops. Purchased DLC today using Argsy Gaming. Thank you, Yoran. So much. Appreciated that. Can't contain your excitement. I know, I think we're all the same. What have you missed? Oh, just, I don't know, just chilling the fat, really. Chilling the fat, finishing the ploughing, getting the lime on. And we'll get out and start seeding as soon as we've done this. Putting some sorghum in. Taking me longer than I thought it would, to be honest. You saw the vid? Yeah. Yep. You go back, have a look at that. It's if you're doing it for every, for all the default stuff, it's really easy. Phone's off. Nice, Bruce. Oh, the mod bio Matana. Yes. Yes. She was politely asked to change that, wasn't she? Some poor planning on someone's behalf. Worried when they had the hole, but got it. Yeah, they seem to. At least it was a ground equipment one too, so nothing wrong with the actual rocket. By the sounds of things, just like the who knows what fire suppression system. Could be anything. Sound suppression, the water deluge. No luck in Waikato of seeing rocket launch. So I know people from the Bay of Plenty and Rotorua have seen it. At night you can, where you're probably not too much as the crow flies. Different distance from Mahi Peninsula than we are. So we can see it on a clear night, when it's dark obviously, at night, when there's no clouds, obviously, because it's clear. We can see just a little red. Yeah, just looks like a little firework going up, really. It's quite cool. Or just the fact you can watch it on live stream, you look out your window or stand out your backyard and see it and go, cool. That's kind of surreal. Oh, more the city lights. We actually look over the top of... no, I suppose we look across the side of the city. And dastardly night light pollution. On a clear night when it's dark with no clouds, that's the one, Ryan. You got it. I'm pleased I made that as clear as possible for you. I did see that one, James. That one looked awesome, actually. I wanted to download that and have a play with it. Kind of from the architect in me that caught my eye, and I thought, oh, that's pretty creative. I wonder what the limitations on it, or how creative you can actually be. How nasty that the resolution is on the precision farming data. Oh, the Starlink satellites drifting through space. Yeah, weekend was great, Tam. Thank you. Nice to get away. Saying earlier, we got up there on Friday about lunchtime, about an hour before the first practice session started. So we ended up, there's 3 couples went. So myself and Mrs. Argsy and then 4 friends. And the girls decided, well, I said, let's go out to the track and we'll watch practice because it starts soon. If we go now, we'll catch it. So the girls decided they'd go shopping instead. So they dropped us out there and we went and watched the practice and got a little bit of merch and just had a bit of a look around, which was good. And then Saturday morning, it was forecast, the weather was forecast to be average, which it proved to be. And being the responsible adults we are, we didn't want to get wet and decided to stay home and watch it on TV. So ended up back there on Sunday, which was drier. It was good. Good racing. Hope there was no keys in the bowl. I was trying to figure out how to say that in a way that didn't make it sound like that. But no, there was no keys in the bowl. How am I getting on with the horror controller? You're really off to bed now, Mrs. Prof. Alright, we'll catch you on the weekend. Nice to see you sleep well. I haven't used it enough, Prof. That's the main thing. I've got my eye on a wheel stand that I'm going to buy, but we're just getting another desk made for my little area to put at the end, which is going to be Mrs. Argsy's workstation. So I need to get that sorted out, and then I'll look at getting something that I can set it up on in a more permanent way, and then I'll probably use it more. Just at the moment, it's just so easy to pick up a controller and play with a controller. I have to see Mr. Sealy P make a video about it. Has he? He would have done it in his mod review. Probably done a very in-depth look at it. I'll go and check out his. No pineapples were involved. Looks good soil. It's actually not the best, Martins, when you look at the soil types. We've got all this silty clay through the guts. We've got a little bit of loam up the top, which is good, and the sandy loam over the other side's alright. You can see that when you look at our yields that we got from our grass, so good yield up the top here. In fact, is the sandy loam's actually saying it's worse than the silty clay. So, bit of a dud hand with the soil types, but it looks good. That's the main thing. Yes, boss, if you can take a projector into the call centre and stream Friday's races. Original answer no, then yes with no sound on. Nice. Is that a boys corner? Nice, that's good. Well played indeed. And Bluetooth it to your headphones so you could listen. While you're taking calls in a call centre, Thomas. That's impressive. Autocorrect's the greatest thing ever created. I don't know what you're talking about. Now, plan is, if we get this all planted, which we should do, once we get into planting, it should go pretty quick. I want to then, might spend some time getting the sheep better set up, I'm not sure. Either that or we will possibly go and plough, mow the next field, get that next field outlined at least, and maybe mow some of that. Kind of mindful of not just getting stuck and doing the same week in, week out, but it's kind of what you got to do when you're setting things up. We're getting there. Let's just have a look. That's right. Just auto-corrected the worst idea ever into the greatest. Pretty creative, that's for sure. Catch you later, Scott. Thanks for hanging out, mate. I'm keeping mindful of diesel. We're actually getting down on this girl. Still haven't fixed that either, by the way. I've tried, but I cannot figure it out. I'd like to say yes, but you're lucky enough not to have to make a receipt. Ah, fair enough. It would have been a would have been a good thing to say yes to. How many days until harvest of the oats? They're on day 1, so I think they've grown 1 cycle, so October, maybe December, I think. Our money savings is going to come from the silage. So we've got a lot of grass. We've got 990,000 litres of grass. So once that actually becomes silage, I can find where it is in this list. Those rates aren't right. That's broken by, I think that's the unit convert mod breaks that, but the silage prices are going to be good. In fact, we can compare it haze. So that's 0.16. What's hay? But it's not that much more than hay, is it? Grass is 0, which it is at the moment. So hopefully it'll be a decent amount. Duck shooting, yeah, when's that? It's not this weekend, is it? Next weekend. First Saturday of May. I know I don't have access to that land. I'm turning around. Hold on. Yep, we'll hear the pop 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 of shotguns ringing around the countryside. And all the ponds and lagoons in the city will be inundated with ducks because it's about the only safe place for them. The silage will definitely be sold, Martins, just as soon as it's finished fermenting. No wabbit season, no. Wabbits, it's open season on wabbits. Off to Driftland this weekend. Nice one. Actually had a few drifters doing some laps in between races. It's pretty cool. Always been a big fan of the drifting. Been fortunate enough to get a couple of hot laps many a year ago with some of the top drifters in New Zealand. Entering the first corner at Pukekohe, doing about 180k sideways, and you're in the passenger seat, so you're on the left hand side and the car's going that way around the corner. Is when you're looking out the passenger's window to see where the track is rather than straight out the front of the car. It's a bit of an interesting position to be in. Been lucky enough to do a lap of Hampton with nice. I was gutted he wasn't actually at Taupo on the weekend. Well, he's over in Japan at the moment. He's a big Tony Quinn supporter. One of your favourite drift tracks on Assetto, is that, wait, Pokakoe? That first section, fast right-hander, then you've got a left, right, right. Always made for good drifting. Nice. Have you had a blast at Manfield? That's our local circuit. It's not too far away. Might be called Chris Amon, Circuit Chris Amon, possibly. So I think now it's official title. That's got a cool section in the infield, which is really nice for drifting. Fast right-hander into a left, into a right, into a left-hand hairpin. It's all pretty much linkable. It's pretty cool. I think you're right, yeah. It was a cool track to watch supercars go around and really fast too, entering that left-hander. We had, I think James Courtney on the... Gosh, I can't remember what year I was there. James Courtney had a big crash right in front of us. Going through there. We've drifted there too. Been everywhere, man. All the good drift tracks in New Zealand. On Assetto. Turn 1 at Sydney Motorsport Park would be quicker. I'm trying to remember Turn 1 at Sydney Motorsport Park. I thought that was a... That is that left, that's a left-hander, isn't it? And then it goes in Turn 2's like a tight left-hander. If I remember correctly. Should remember it well from all those back-to-back races they did for the supercars during COVID. Into a hairpin left, yeah. Thought I had it pretty much correct. Claim that as a victory. Sim racing, you can travel the world visiting all these tracks in the comfort of your sim rig. Exactly. I mean, I can visit different corners of the world and farm some too. When you get some of those realistic maps. That's one of my favourite things, is when you get a map like Court Farms or Chilliwack or any of those kind of real life ones. You can actually go and stand on a street corner and Google Earth and go, wow, I can actually see what the map creator was trying to do. Pretty cool. Cheers, James. Thanks for stopping in, mate. Have a good day at work. Nice to see you. And please pass on my regards to Fun Bob. Have a good one, though. Aussie Dan coming in with 12 months as a team member. Thanks, mate. How you doing? Nice to have you here. 1 whole year. Speaking of 1 whole year, do you know I completely glossed over 4 years of YouTube? 4 years since my first video on the 14th of April 2020. I should have it set up as a reminder in my calendar, but I thought about it. What popped up today? So it's 4 years ago since I created my Argsy gaming handle on Twitter, now X, and it popped up and said, it's your fourth birthday on Twitter. I was like, oh, well, that must mean I've had Argsy gaming for 4 years. So I thought, I'll go back and see when my first video was. 14th of April 2020. Getting started on my champ, me champ. Can't remember how to pronounce it. Blast from the past. 2 weeks in from lockdown. And that's it, Thomas. That's what started it. Getting old. I know, right? I'm trying to figure out why that doesn't fill. If it's a map thing or a me thing with that. Different, right? Love F1 on PlayStation. I haven't played F1. I need to find more time to do some sim racing. Just don't have it. Which sims do you use? Definitely getting old though, Yos. My oldest boy's a teenager now. Turned 13 last week. You can build it on your farm rig set yourself. This has been taken over the Hori, some dash, button box, keyboard and mouse. Takes up some space, doesn't it? I know that. I know that feeling. Farmson's all I need DK. Where's Mr. Hanson tonight? Is he, or this morning? Is he too engrossed in New Horizons, is he? Only use iRacing, but used to do 2D and 3D asset design for Kunos on Assetto Corsa. Nice. Garrick, how you doing? G'day from Sydney. Map question, how bad are the hills on this map? I can see some in the foreground. Are they too big to farm on as is, or is terraforming this? I mean, I like a good flat map. Nah, there's hardly any hills. To be perfectly honest with you, there's a little bit, there's a few up in here, and a few sort of that way, which is the way we're looking here, but it's pretty flat, really. You can see over there where the sheep are. There's a bit of a rise, but nothing offensive. Right, I think that's me done with the lime because of that resolution. Let's just have a look. But yeah, I'd say this is pretty flat. If you've done No Man's Land at all, it's very similar to that. We are on cruise control. I'm going to crash into a shed. Right, let's just check. Where is my pH? There we go. Nailed it. Pretty much perfect. Happy days. Let's go do some seeding. But yeah, definitely not perfectly flat, but definitely the vast majority is pretty tame. I did a map tour of this a month or so ago, which gives you more of a flyover of the whole map. You can have a look at that and see what you think. To the ones to the west, yeah, they do have sort of heavier forestry on them than any of these other ones. That's definitely the way they're set up. All right, this backed in here. Do take it off. Go find a cedar, or 3, as the case may be. Better than into the water. Thank you, Thomas. Oh, it's going to take a long time to forget that one, isn't it? I think he's asleep. Fair enough. Alright. Let's go get some seed put in while I remember it. Let's change these to sorghum. Oh, when it disappears, isn't it? Next one. Here we go. Right. This is going to get tiresome having to hop in and out of this every time. Why can I not get fertilizer into there? Done it before. Don't tell me it's not because I'm not close enough. I am close enough. Just got the seed into it. Not something else without a collision on it. That's handy. There we go. Alright, close that one. Go to the next one. Where was that trigger for it? Do I really need to be as close as I was with the other one? That's ridiculous. There we go. Alright, maybe I just need to drive out of the trigger. Maybe I do need to be that close. Alright. Don't know what that was, but we've got it sorted. Alright, let's go get this all set up and seating. First vid you watched was Western Australia when I put auto drive to the test. Nice one, Chris. That was fun. I enjoyed that. Right. Need to go back to there. Disconnect that one. Spin around. So this is the one thing that the different textures where they don't work is when you've got real dirt color, because it picks up the fault line texture. You might be able to change it in the mod. I haven't looked at that. That's about all I can think of. Let's have a look. Side done. No. So that's not done. Let's push those right out that way and right out that way. And now, sure, now, this didn't work last time, did it? Did it just work? It did. Control V, lowered them all down. Happy days. Sorghum seeding. Now let's just double check. I know people have told me before, make sure that it is sorghum going in. And it does just look like sorghum, nothing else. No, nothing else. Good. Right. Let's carry on. Right. There we go. You watched that, but it was a month ago and you're old. Oh, good, Garrick. I'm old too, and that's why I can't remember exactly either. Now, which one's the first one? That one there. I'm gonna use that technique I used last time of dragging the drills in on the drawbar to avoid having those big gaps. When I turn right, I need to pull this right hand one in, or it's going to track a little bit wide. That's the way, isn't it? No, maybe it's the left hand one. Made a mess of that, didn't I? Oof. Ugly, ugly Argsy. Right. Do I have a little Orca wagon installed as a big packet? I do not know. No, we're going to be, actually, no, I don't think I do. We'll be running back to top up every time we have to. At least it's not too far to go. You've moved over to the Moss Farm share. Nice. That's a good looking map. Was we tossed up with that or Ahali Farms with FSG on where we'd go for our multiplayer. But definitely enjoying Ahali Farms. It's pretty cool. Entertaining to watch. Thank you, Kiwi Gaming. Hey, Anzac, how you doing? could you get any more cultivating missions? There's a trick to that. I'll go and download the version that's on our Discord server, if you like, for our multiplayer servers. I saw you jumped back into Discord. They didn't set field missions on a whole lot of the field plots, so you're only getting grass fields. But we went through and edited it, so the version that's on our multiplayer server, which you can find through just having a look. Oh, you're a channel member, so you'll be able to find it as well. It's in the pinned comments under the Southern Pastures multiplayer server. Download that, and that's got it all in there. It's also got traffic on it too, which you may or may not like, but you can always turn traffic off if you don't like it. But we did have to activate field missions to get lots more field missions coming up than what we were getting. So these are direct drills. I didn't realise that. I was seeding those little bits on the outside that got ploughed. I got mowing, sorry, and I didn't plough. That's alright. Tidy things up. No worries. One grass strip right up the middle of the field. If I didn't change it, could you imagine? Doing a grass strip every third lap. Every third planter. Right, this is going to go fast actually. I feel like this is a good seed to set up. What do we use? 85, so 15% of our seed. Not too bad. We're going through the fertilizer a little bit faster, but that's fine. We can handle that. Control V will lift those up at the same time. Magic. Yeah, typical. I thought I'd drop that down in time. How much longer is streaming for? Another 45-50 minutes. Go to about 11 PM my time, so another just under an hour or so. How proceed with cope with 3-seaters? It's a very good question, Tam. I don't know. Don't fancy finding out either. I need to tidy up that bit over there too. Let's see if I can square this up a little bit. Thought I'd done a decent job running down there before, but obviously not. I'll have to get David to school and then we're off to, let's see, hopefully the weather there is better than here. All the best, mate. Thanks for hanging out. Nice to see you. Hopefully see you over the weekend some stage. Shame with Logging League. Won't be able to do a multiplayer stream this weekend as well. I was looking forward to getting back onto one of the servers, but that will have to wait. The reason these are used a lot, you always start at, they're good drills, aren't they? I'd normally go for the John Deere ones, the green, so made a conscious decision to pick the red ones this time around. Now, how did I go with picking the width of the field? Not too bad by the looks of things. Not too bad. Pretty much squared that up, I reckon. Alpenhill map. I haven't. Is that a mod hub one, Jason? So many hills and twisty roads, so much difference to US. That's what I'm finding playing on the Harley Farms map. It's so different to what I'm used to. Oh, holy frame rates. Why does that feel very laggy? 38. Not too bad. Of course, we're going across the ploughed texture, which we shouldn't be doing, but needs must. This is the longer way. It makes more sense to do it this way. We only ploughed across the field because we wanted to start ploughing before we took the bales off, so I'm really keen to get some of that silage fermented. Maybe that's what we'll do. We might, how about we do that actually once we finish? We might skip forward a day once we've got this planted, because I didn't actually want to mow that next field until October. So I had my field sort of all staggered a month. So maybe actually we'll skip forward a bit of time and see if we can get some of that silage fermented and run a couple of loads down to the sell point or something. Yeah, so we had a very similar seed drill to this, an old Duncan seed drill. Looked pretty much identical to these. This is what I think I said last week about we used to hook a harrow onto the back there, and I managed to drag my foot on the dirt thinking I was a smart ass little kid and fell over and went underneath the chain harrow. Smart things to do. Shady ones before we bought out the case ones used to all load from one drill filling. Ah, okay. Based in Europe. Right, I'll have to have a look at that one. Would be Pumphead City, would be Ryan. I mean, to be fair, you wouldn't really seed directly into ploughed ground either. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you all for tuning in, wherever it is you're coming to me from. Pleasure having you all here. It's nice to be back after a few days away and a few days away from Farm Sim and things like that. Why did that front one not lift up then? Did? Must have right at the very last second. Duncan were great drills. Yeah, it was. That stood the test of time. Planted a lot of grass seed, that's for sure. Bit of wheat in its time too, probably. Standing beside a Massey Harris 44 right now. Nice, Bruce. It's Austria, and Silly P said it should be used with Giants instead of Illingrad. Illingrad is flat in comparison. Is that right? You've piqued my interest, and I'm going to have a look at it now. As long as I drive in a straight line. By Black Pat Modding. Corinthian Alps. I can see what you mean, it looks interesting. It's like quite an adventure. Only 3 photos. When did that come out? 12th of April, so only a recent one too. Pretty cool. Oh, I missed a little bit. Yeah. Serves me right for trying to multitask. So in the 90s decided I had to use looks fancy kid to plant crops, I know, right? Yep. Hey FSG, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, just dropping in to say hi at the office, coding emails, fun times. Living the dream, eh? If only you were any good at YouTube videos and could quit and go full time on that, eh? Did anyone else pick up on the fact FSG and his solo work on Ahali farms, while he did a great job cleaning all the equipment, decided he'd quit before the bales needed stacking? Start a sim racing channel. Very well played, mate. Very well played. I know what I'll be doing next week. All the time you've been spending on the sim rig instead of doing farm sim content, you'll be getting pretty good at it by now, wouldn't you? Setting some competitive times. I would think I don't think I would have been. Oh, I'm missing another piece. Hey Joe, how you doing? Look, there is not a river for miles, mate. I am well safe. I think the nearest rivers, look, the river there and there's a river there and I'm here, and these are, it's 2 kilometers to the nearest river. Long way away. Shame I can't sow my fields in a straight line though. You see about that? Come on, mate. Get out of here. The cross slot drill. I have heard of the cross slot. Oh, there's a tree. New Zealand was pretty pioneering in its sort of no-till seeding and that, wasn't it? Cross slot and things like that. Right, I'll go back and tidy those pieces up. Racing me FSG and Argsy sim racing events. I have a very nice T248 steering wheel sitting here. Thank you, Thrustmaster. I just need to set it up and race with it. I don't know how that'd go down with Mrs. Argsy. I spend enough time doing this as it is. I mean, if you want to send it to me though, I'm not going to say no, you know that. I did tell you I was going to bring a spare suitcase and throw it all in there on my way home. Team Argsy versus Team FSG Racing Leagues. Might have to go for a full sim rig Args. It's going to happen. I'm manifesting. Alright, mate. That one you sent me the other day, what was the name of those? Crikey, what were they? 10,000 euros each? Good luck getting that one across the line. Whew. If anyone can do it, it's you. Your confidence and faith in me is astounding, Jaw. Thank you, mate. Did you see they've announced the dates for the old school Erangel coming back to PUBG, mate? 14th of May, I think it is. No, 14th? Oh, I can't remember now. Sometime in May. So now I'm so nervous about not getting the whole field done, I'm overlapping way too much. It's feast or famine around here. How you doing, Strody? Doing good, mate? 60,000 euros for some of them. Yeah, I looked at the cheap ones. Fart some guy. Can we all get t-shirts like that? Yos for farm sim, for FarmCon. Asaro, that's the one. You did not. There you go. not just farming around here. Alright, they managed to pick up that corner, swing that around there, line up. Now I'm going to have a chunk there I'm not going to get, aren't I? Yes. Typical. Do you know what? I reckon we are going to get this field done without having to top up. How handy is that? How handy is that? Farm some gas. Background image is an image headers, they work in Outlook. No one likes images in Outlook though, FSG. It's just wasted kilobytes. I've got to look at the link. Okay, hang on. Oh, the 125 euros. This is what FSG's heading towards. Look at these rigs. It's ridiculous. Even the home ones though. What are these? 21,000 euros. It's just it's mind blowing. 13,000 euros. I mean, at least it comes with a PC in it, does it? Sound systems, stupid money. Which, oh, okay. So one other thing then, did we look at these? Bear with me for a second. Bear with me. Where is it? This one? Can't remember if we looked at these last week or not. I have a feeling we did, but look at these. These are remote control mowers or remote control tractors. Look at the 2,000 euros, 1,000 euros for a front one, 2,000 euros, so 3,000 euros for a remote controlled mower. I mean, they're proper cool. Look at this. How cool is that? And it actually mows the grass in your lawn. You can sit on your deck and you can mow your grass without going anywhere. Pretty handy. Just throw that up there with the stupid things you don't need. Can spend a lot of money on. Already got a Ferrari or 10. 4 to 6 weeks for production. Oh, nice. Need a pickup wagon too. Well, they had a muck spread. I don't know if they've done a pickup wagon. Buy it one piece at a time. Never add it up. It's like a PC, isn't it? Buy it one piece at a time. Never add up what it all costs on its own. Weight's literally a ton. Get it in the spare room. You have to build a whole house for it. Tally joules up, you're probably at 14k. Oh, geez, Ryan, that's impressive. Got the dog poop in it. in the manure spreader. Oh. You could buy it for me for a birthday present, Joe. It's coming up in a month or so. You start saving now. You don't need that trip to the States you're planning for the family. Just tell Anna that you are Yeah, sorry, we're not going to the States anymore. I brought Argsy a remote control tractor instead. Try dropping hints to my wife instead. Hey Alex, how you doing? Good to see you, welcome along. Fair bit of mill first, right? It's going to make it pretty hard to pick up to though, Ryan, isn't it? So lucky I'm not good at writing or spelling. So $1 goal for Argsy's remote control mower. Oh, unlikely. Whip around and buy me a remote control tractor and mower. It'd be too kind. Sure, we could find better things to spend it on. Like prizes and giveaways. Right, have I broken everything now? It's not going to lower down individually. It just wasn't too far. Too close. Right. Got it sorted? Here we go. That's better. Probably could get a real robot tractor for that, couldn't you? It's still, I mean, you put it in perspective, it's only marginally cheaper than a Husqvarna robotic lawnmower. Looked at those at the field days. Thank you, Yos. I think you need to just go back and check. It's not showing up on the stream as having come through properly. You might want to go and try and do that again, mate. Appreciate the sentiment, though. Some hosted stuff on iRacing. Actually, you're not going to tell. See, I wouldn't be able to compete with you lot. I'd still be braking for the corner while you guys are all turning through the middle of it. You'd have to call me Lance Stroll. In fact, you can't set up fake names in iRacing, can you? They're real particular about that. I could be the Lance Stroll of FSG iRacing League. Good Aussie New Zealand community and servers on iRacing. Yes, there is. It's no fun racing with people you don't know, though, is it? He doesn't break. Oh, to have a rich dad who funds you into Formula 1. I'm going to have words with my father about that. Figure out where we went wrong. Danny Rickspot, I know, right? What is this guy doing? Why is he braking going into the corner when all the cars in front of him are braking too? You've got your own team. There's about 15, 20 of us on iRacing. Nice run. So we'll put 4 cars into Nürburgring 24 hour. Nice. So do you, when you're doing that, because you're Aussie based, aren't you? When you're doing that, do you do it... Oh, we're at a fertiliser. Is it worth the hassle of filling up? Or do I fertilise it with the spreader? I'm just going to do what I did in the last field. I'm just going to fertilise it with the spreader later. Or not fertilise it at all. We'll see. Not worth the hassle. Waste of his education. That'd be pretty trolly if someone like FarmSim did put like AI characters in there that were named Lance or something, wouldn't it? Rumor has it they offered Adrian Newey a job and even he could not make Lance win a race. He's a good car designer, not a miracle worker, Mark. So he spent a lot of time down here in New Zealand racing in the Toyota Racing Series, as did a number of other current Formula 1 drivers. We used to get him and Daddy used to fly into our local airport in the private jet. Used to have it parked there. His Toyota New Zealand's head office is in our region. Can't believe how far I got. Nah, it's impressive, isn't it? It's just the like the seed's gonna eat it up. It's just the fertilizer. I feel like I've heard people commenting about the fertilizer consumption being a little bit low on this, but or seed consumption. I can't remember now. Drink up, mate. I'm all out, Bruce. All out. Remember the Saga Motorbike Arcade game? They have sim rigs like it now. Oh, Sega Motorbike Arcade, yeah. Saga, I was like, what Saga? Saga? I was trying to think what was a Saga with the motorbike racing game. Right, last little chunk, and we're done. What have I done with that? Press the wrong button. I think this is set. These are set to create fields, are they? That's what I might have done there. Right. Anyhow, finished. Sorghum's done. Oh no, I changed to grass. Did I change to grass? After saying all of that, Tam, I went and did I put a strip of grass in? I think I have. I have to. Oops. We'll fix that. No one will know. No one will know the mess I made there once the field's growing. Alright, I'm off out to be a typical... oh, out to be a typical Audi driver. So you're not going to indicate or give way to anyone, is that right? "24 hours, yes, we'll have 3 or 4 drivers and go through the night. We have some from Island 2, which helps." Yeah, cool. spelled correctly. Spelled autocorrect. Right, how am I going to do this? I'm not going to back that up. I'll drop those off. Just grab a single one. Hey, Faber. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. I reckon it's easy. You literally jump out and someone else can jump in. You just have to be nominated in the team. Oh, okay. Nice. Came second in the Bathurst 12 hour. Cool. Nice one, Ryan. Awesome. Alright, let's park these up. I'm being naughty again and not washing them. I do have that auger wagon actually there. We could have used that for some seed and fertilizer, but... Right. What am I going to do now? So we've got 20 minutes or so. So I was going to do that edge, but what we're going to do, I reckon, we're going to skip through to the next day really fast. And hopefully I'll have some fermented silage bales and we're going to get some delivered down to a sell point. Get them sold. Make some moolah. Alright. Here we go. Let's have a look. Dum 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 dum. Yeah. It was anticlimactic, wasn't it? Right. Go a little bit further in the day. I don't want to go to the next day yet. Let's see if we can get some of those fermented. There we go, get some nice Aussie rain. Yay, silage. Right. Here we go, that's a bit of value, isn't it? 73 grand. 5 versus 190. Grass versus silage. Right. Come and jump over here. No, which one is this? This one here. Square bale silage. We'll start with 25. I'll get the truck out. With the no washing. Shh. I feel dirty. Doesn't feel right. You've been playing Fallout 4, didn't you? Nice. I mean, a lot of people have been playing Fallout with the new series out. I actually downloaded the episode the other day to watch while I was away and then didn't actually get the chance. Would have been good if the guy who made this object storage had let them stack 3 high. Would have made it much easier to load and unload. Might have to have words with him. Send him a sternly written email or something. I was like, why can't I go any further? But collision with the truck. Must be. That'll do it. Found an Anzac, nice. There you go. That'll cure all your worries and give you contracts galore. Lots of grass contracts too. Alright, how many am I going to knock over? Are we going to run a competition? Almost the first ones. Catch you later, Tim. Go and make sure you use your indicators, please, mate. There's a gap there, isn't there? Push some of those on a little bit further. Not off, on, I said. No auto load, no auto load here. I don't mind a bit of manual stacking though, Martins. Contract to do 5 hectares. Sounds like a good deal to me. So, we'll have to have a look at where we're going to take these. I don't actually know yet. It did say the port, but I'm going to check the prices because the port's quite a haul away. If I can get a similar price somewhere close, I think we'll save the time and running by taking that. So we'll take a closer look in a second. Oops. Port's far too near. There's too much water around the port. Good call. Good call. Should have thought about that myself. Like it's just an automatic. No. Argsy risk analysis. Is there water involved? Yes. Don't go near it then. Good to have my health and safety advisor handy. Thank you. FS sheet. Ah. I'm being rather brave by doing this without having strapped any of those bales on yet. Don't mind, you love it. Tell you what, if it was my one thing, if there was one thing if I could only do one thing in Farm Sim, this would just about be it. Bit of bale stacking. Ooh. Just put the armbands on. Yeah, floaties. Right. It's nice having these stacked all in nice square piles though. Definitely makes it a whole lot nicer and easier to do. you like power harrowing. New Fallout series is excellent, well worth watching. Oh, good to know, Garrick. I'll definitely, it's on the list of things to check out. On the list. If I can convince Mrs. Argsy to watch it, we're trying to find a good series to watch together. And I have quite different tastes when it comes to TV. As FSG knows, after Mrs. Argsy managed to introduce Mrs. FSG and Junior FSG, Miss FSG, Mrs. and Miss FSG to, what was it, Love Island, wasn't it? Ah, no. Okay. Drop that one off too. Silly. Right, what are we wanting to do here? Get that out of the way. One more single one to put on the back. Ooh. Oh, slow down, calm down. Kind of ended up with everything kind of all off one direction. Ah. Right. Put this one on. You like a bit of Shortland Street shared? Do you get Shortland Street in the UK? My goodness, I would never have thought that. I haven't seen any, I would not have a clue what's going on in Shortland Street. It's been many a year since I've taken the time to watch any of that. Right. 4 more, don't we? Yep. Is it really on Amazon Prime? Look at that. The things you find out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're just going to strap these on and move the truck just to make it a little bit easier. I knew that was going to happen. Oops. How did that happen? Oh, because I've got it parked and when I tabbed. Right. I understand now. Haha, they cut it, yeah. Still good quality silage, Brian. Export quality. Alright, let's see. You have to drive extra careful with those bales on top, which I don't think is strapped down though. It is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Ah, I knew that. Oh, I drove over and I thought, no, don't do that, Argsy. It's gonna suck it up. Alright, 2 more. Got a ramp for the second layer. What, to do the ones on top of these ones? Need a good Aussie road train's what I really need. Oops. All right. Loading screen says it's Silage Heaven, you've been flat out. Right, let's have a look here. Silage, we've got our best price at the moment is the Port 169, but agricultural fair, exactly the same price. Must be cents in it because there's about $100 difference. And of course, the agricultural fair is much closer because it is, I get zoomed out, there, that one? No, that one there. It's there. Versus driving all the way over to the port, which is over there. Somewhere. There's a sell point there somewhere. Right. Let's see how many of these we can lose. Ooh. I know I limited my truck to 300 horsepower. I'm kind of regretting it now with the weight of the silage on it. Oof. This bale's moving on their own. It's funny though, that one does strap over right in the middle. Ooh. You can do it, little truck. That was through no fault of my own that fell off just then. I'll lose that one too. They're just moving. Oh, is that right, Mark? Oh, it's good to know. At this rate, they're all going to fall off before I get there anyhow. How many more am I going to lose? 2 more? Wasted time stacking them all up that high, wasn't it? Old mate on the back's going to maybe stay. How much of the bumpers there on the train tracks? No, not too bad. It's actually reasonably smooth. Oof. It's chirping. This feels like I've got don't have manual attach on. I was thinking for a second I had manual attach installed and I didn't have air hoses or something connected. Catch you later, Bruce. Take care, mate. We'll catch you again soon. Toot toot chug chug, a big red truck. Oh, it's a big green truck. Ooh, rocky. At least the lean on the road's there the right way. It's not. If it's leaning the other way, we might be in trouble, but. Almost there. Oh no, there it goes. Ah. Gotta go emergency call out flooding house. Oh, nasty. Yeah, you better go sort that out, Crofter. G'day, Matt. Good morning, mate. How you doing? Right, we've made it here. We lost 3 bales on the way. And as Mark has pointed out, we can't even get them down. Right, let's get creative here. Nothing a little bit of Kiwi ingenuity can't fix. Alright, this first one sold. Right, tip it the other way. Alright, there we go. All done. Let's turn that off before DJ sees that we were cheating, because we don't cheat around here. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Morning, morning. See you, Connor. Good night, mate. Realism is key. You support it. Well, that wasn't bad. What do we actually make off that load? I'm going to drive into the river here, aren't I? That's the silliest idea ever, Argsy. Sold bales, 23 grand. It's better than that load of trees I took the other day. I'll have to. Ooh, DJ will be down for this. I know. I got to show you this. Look at these. Where are we going? Going this way. Hang on. Look at this. Oh. Big Lego, not Lego, Lego. That's pretty cool. How many pieces? 1,336 pieces. It's a 1:32 scale. And then we got this one too. Which is a remote control. And that's... Does it have a scale on it? 1,469 pieces. There's not that much difference. 1:17 scale. So they'll go to match my case tractor I've already built. Haha. Come on, you've got enough Lego to build already. I've seen your shelf. Farmer Cop showed us it all. I was ordering one, so I thought I might as well just get them both at the same time and then I'll be there forever. All of that realistic loading just went down the toilet with that chitty unload. Shush, Grant. Shush you. I was limited in my options. You know what I'm really interested in doing? Is it possible to park the truck in the spawn zone for the bales and load them onto the truck? It's something I haven't tested. Deer Creek. Hawkless, how you done? I like the key order in there as well. Thank you. Whoa. What are you doing for Anzac Day? No plans at the moment, Hawkless. No plans. It's my, well, it was my boy's birthday last week, and so we're having his birthday party and some friends around on Friday, so probably just be around the house tidying things up and sorting things out for that at this stage. Should have a telehandler down there. I should. It could be an option. Maybe the local dealer will purchase a telehandler and set me up. But let's just try this. Where do they spawn? I haven't actually tested this before, and I'll just push the bales back into the... I just want to see if they spawn though. Might tell me that there's no space. Let's have a look. I was just wanting to do those. Why is that not? Let's just do 10. Oh no, push them over. Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't even push them over in a spot that I could get them on easily with. It's close though, wasn't it? Yes, yep, no, we do have dawn services here. I have been previously. So we normally have there's a dawn service and then there's a 10 a.m. civic service as well. So where I live, we have two of the biggest military bases in New Zealand actually. We've got Ohakea Air Force Base, which is not far away, and then Linton Army Camp. So quite a military, it's hard not to know someone around here who's not in the military, or has been. I should consider just loading these up 2 by 2, shouldn't I, rather than going three up again. Maybe we'll do that. It'll take one more trip, or a few more trips, but I'm hoping to see, we have they call the Air Force Heritage Flight Wing, operates out of Ohakea. They've got a Spitfire and a Mustang that operate out of there, amongst other things. There's an Avenger as well. But they'll be doing a flight over at the Civic Service at 10, so I'm hoping to catch a glimpse of them, because they are a couple of stunning aircraft. Oops. Alright, let's throw these two back in the storage. Oh no. Oh, at least I'll go into the storage. Right, I think it's time to quit. Quit while I'm ahead. I haven't been to the one in Wanaka, Hawkless. I got to go. There's one, so they do that. That's biannual, so that was just this year. And they do another one, Wings over Wairarapa, which is much closer to us, which will be next year. So I'm hoping to go to that again. I've been to it once. They were fortunate enough to see the first Mustang that was goodness, what's the word I'm looking for? Restored, rebuilt to flying standard. That was cool. That was one of my favourite World War II aircraft. It was pretty cool to see that. Right, so that's going to be a bit better, isn't it? Masters of the Air. Now what's that, Joel? How many more do I need? Got 2 on one side. I can do 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, poor man's Band of Brothers, right. met someone the other day who watched Bands of Brothers every year. It's kind of like just one of their, I don't know where we were, but it's just one of their shows that they just, you know, make a point of watching every year. Really can't remember where it was now. I was at football. It's football coaches at the end of last term. One of the coaches just every year makes a point of watching Band of Brothers. Great if you like the aircraft. It's like our old, you know, growing up, Memphis Belle was a favourite of Memphis Belle movie. Love the aircraft in the story, but just isn't great like Band of Brothers. I think it's easier, like when you're talking about something like Easy Company, is it easier to humanize something like that rather than a pilot kind of, I don't know, I want to diminish what pilots did, but I just wonder if it's easier to make that sort of more personal connection because it's a lot more, could just be the way the story was told too. Spielberg's pretty talented. I'll take a look. Right. Let's get this truck. We'll get this truck loaded and we'll take it down and that will be us done, I think. Right, look at this. No collisions, can just drive all the way in here if I want to. It's fantastic. Sure, Giants had their reasons for putting collisions on the base game ones, but still haven't figured out what it is. Oh, that was close. Reckless Argsy. So why did that back one not strap? But there we go. 100,000 litres. Right, good way to finish off. Let's go get this sold. Got some new calves dropped off this evening. They're really loud. Can hear them in the yards from here. Probably always hear the new calves when they arrive. The small air shot Mindle markets when it's on. It's super cool to see the F-35 come straight at you across the water and then go vertical. Hits everyone on the beach with the jet wash. Nice. Sounds good. So I think, thinking about next time we're going to be forward, I'm going to move forward into October. So our oats will be growing, our sorghum will be growing. We'll start thinking about what we're going to do with the last sort of big chunk of land. And then I might spend a little bit of time here getting the sheep set up better. We're going to have a bit more money so I can sort of build some of the fences, get some of the infrastructure set up there and maybe look at getting our sheep up and running the way I want to use them with the expandable pastures mod. I might even spend a little bit of time maybe sell another load of silage. At least tidy up the few bales that are along the side of the road to get them all tidied up. But what else is there to talk about? Logging League is this Sunday, New Zealand time, Saturday evening UK time, Saturday afternoon US time, depending on your time zone. So keep an eye out for that. We're up to round 3. There is 4 rounds and then the finals, so we're at the halfway point for teams to accumulate their points and sort of get their final seedings and rankings going into the finals. So excited to see how that is all going to play out. And we're going to a whole micro, which is actually going to be really interesting because from personal experience, that is a very, very steep map. So it will be interesting to see how the teams handle that. I think there's going to have to be a certain degree of caution taken, or we could see some real calamities. So make sure you've tuned in for that. It could be fun, and they're always a lot of fun to commentate on too. So looking forward to getting into that. You've had a lot of issues with expendable pastures as well, removed it from the server, have you really? Well, I'm hoping the single player is going to be fine. The water looks funny. I don't know what's going on with that. It looks like it's all stormy, flooding yuckness. Eee, break. Back it up. Food disappearing and unable to load water. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that. Alright, let's get this last lot unloaded. Oh, the realism, Argsy. Alright, what's that? Another 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17,000? Well, we're on 48 and 65, 17? Somewhere around there. That's not bad, is it? Not bad. That's why I've, we're up to $40,000. So that's why I've said the only silage we'll be selling will be when we cut grass and make any hay, any silage off it. So we've really only got that chunk there left to do. Once it's done, it's going to be in crop, and then any grass mowing is only to feed animals. Or if we're to buy another plot of land and open that up, then we can take the grass off that at some stage. So can only create quite small pastures before it starts bugging out. Yeah, works fine in single player for you, at least finish farm. That's good to know. Yeah, I'm hoping it's just server issues and single player is going to be just fine. So, yeah, there we go. How much more silage have we got to sell? 151,000 litres, another truck and a half or so. And then we've got that big chunk to come in too. So, a bit more money to go. Excellent. Exciting. Well, I think we're going to wrap things up there for today. Nice to be back doing a stream. Missed catching up with you all. This means a lot of fun. Thank you everyone who's tuned in. Got over 50 likes, which is always a highlight for me. I always think it's been a successful stream when we tick over there. So yes, thank you everyone who's tuned in, all the members for being here, much appreciated. Nice to have your company. If you've sort of renewed your membership recently or put a post up to say you've carried on things, that's very much appreciated. Like I said, logging league this weekend, keep an eye out as well. I did say earlier, FSG and I are hoping to do something else on Friday UK, Saturday New Zealand, Friday afternoon US times, but we'll just have to wait and see if some things work out before then. So keep an eye out for that. If you are yet to pick up the Farm Productions DLC and you're planning on getting it through Giants, please, obviously you can support your favourite content creator with their partner code. Argsy Gaming is mine, or one word. If you want to put that into the checkout when you're purchasing it, it doesn't cost you any more, but you help support the channel, help throw some things back your direction too. So I might even might do a giveaway or two of that over the next couple of days, next couple of streams, or some content somehow. Figure out a way we can do that. Anyhow, that's me. I'm out. You guys have a good rest of your evening, day, morning, afternoon, whatever it is where you are. But yeah, stay safe, and we'll catch you again soon. Logging League on the weekend. Be there. Or I was going to say be square. Be a log. Or don't be there. Whatever it is, I'm out. You guys take care. Bye.